Cooper Flagg's rise to NBA stardom feels like the stuff of legend, except it's all real. From a quiet upbringing in Maine to dominating the college basketball scene at Duke, here's what NBA players are saying about Cooper Flagg.
When you're guarding somebody or somebody's guarding you, who's the guy, Cooper, that you imagine when it hits you at some point next season? Oh my gosh, this is my life, this is me. Who's that person?
That's a good question. Maybe Jason Tatum. That's somebody that
When the Dallas Mavericks stunned the league by landing the #1 overall pick with only a 1.8% chance, many already knew who they had their eyes on. Cooper Flagg had taken over college basketball like a storm, making Duke's run to the Final Four look effortless, dominating both ends of the floor and showing maturity far beyond his years. Now with the first pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Flagg's childhood dream became reality. At just 18 years and 186 days old, he joins the elite company of teenage prodigies as the second youngest player to be selected first in draft history, just 8 days older than LeBron James when he was drafted in 2003. Standing as the new face of the Mavericks franchise, Flagg is also their first #1 overall pick since Mark Aguirre in 1981. But what makes Cooper Flagg's arrival even more fascinating is the wave of excitement and warnings coming from NBA veterans and legends who've been watching him closely. Even before his name was called on draft night, current and former NBA stars had taken note of the Maine native's rise. Boston Celtics forward Jason Tatum was one of the earliest to witness Cooper's potential firsthand. 2 summers ago, Tatum hosted Flagg at his JT Elite camp, and the impression stuck with him. The first impression I had of Coop was just how hard he played, how he competed. Tatum said on the New Heights podcast, "In high school, it's rare to see a guy that wants to guard the other best player, trying to block every shot, rebounding, and he just plays the right way. He has a great feel for the game, he knows how to set a screen, he knows when to cut, he likes to get his teammates involved, and it's been on full display all season, and a big reason why they have a chance to win a championship." That right way of playing, unselfish, smart and fiercely competitive, has become the defining element of Flagg's game. His freshman season at Duke saw him average 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.4 steals and 1.4 blocks per game. Not only did he claim the prestigious Wooden Award, but he was also named ACC Rookie of the Year. Still, despite all the stats and accolades, it's his mindset that has NBA veterans most impressed and cautiously optimistic. One of those veterans is Charles Barkley, known for never sugarcoating anything. Barkley shared his thoughts on Flagg during an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show. When asked to compare Flagg to a current or former NBA player, Barkley refused to play that game. "I see Cooper Flagg. I see he's a terrific young player," Barkley said. "He looks amazing on television. Can't wait to see him in the NBA." Barkley then took a moment to address something deeper than stats or hype, and that is how Flagg has handled the spotlight. "The kid is really talented, he's really smart, I can't wait to meet him," he continued. "He seems like a really nice kid, because he could have had what in my day was called a big head. He was the best high school player in the country, he came in with all that pressure on him, and he's lived up to the hype." It's not every day Barkley gives such unfiltered praise to an incoming rookie, but it is also a warning in its own right that success at the college level is only a stepping stone. The NBA is an entirely different beast, and Cooper Flagg's challenge now is to not just survive in that environment, but to thrive. The immense expectations also sparked comparisons from commentators like Dan Patrick, who suggested that if Flagg ended up with a career similar to Kevin Love's, successful but marred by injuries, it might be considered a letdown. That comment, though meant to emphasise how high the bar has been set for Flagg, stirred a response from Love himself. "For those who will take this as a shot at me, I don't take it as such," Love posted on X, formerly Twitter. "I was pure skill and will. Cooper is far more talented than I ever was, and if he stays healthy, will have a far better career. He could very well have a statue by the time he's finished. I'm a huge fan." That's more than a compliment, it's another respectful but sobering reminder. Talent alone is not enough. Longevity, consistency and health will all play a role in whether Flagg's story is legendary or just promising. Meanwhile, Seth Curry, who knows both Duke and the NBA grind, spoke to TMZ about what makes Flagg such a unique player, even among seasoned pros. He's special, man, he's special. He does it all on both ends. I wouldn't say he doesn't have a weakness, but he can do everything you ask of him on the offensive end of the floor, Curry said. He can play that point forward where he's running the show, take over at times scoring the ball, and he can get his teammates involved. He can shoot the jump shot, get to the free throw line, whatever. And then defensively, he's one of the best defenders in the country already at that age. I think it's going to translate well to the next level as well. And what stands out in Curry's assessment is not just the praise, but the belief that Flagg's tools will transfer to the NBA level seamlessly. Curry even predicted that Flagg could become a multiple-time All-Star. He does it all. He has that competitive edge too, like he's nasty, Curry added. At that age, he's confident as they come and he ain't afraid of anything. That nasty edge, something every NBA superstar must develop, is perhaps the biggest factor in Flagg's transition from college phenom to professional cornerstone. But it also underscores the warning many of these players are hinting at. The NBA isn't going to ease him in. Teams are going to come at him hard. Veterans will test him, rookies will target him, and the pressure to live up to being the number one pick, especially one dubbed the future, will be relentless. Still, if there's anything this outpouring of respect and realism from the NBA fraternity shows, it's that Cooper Flagg has already earned the admiration of some of the sport's most respected names. Not because he's flashy or loud, but because he plays with a purpose, with poise, and with that quiet fire that the great ones always carry. Cooper Flagg says it feels surreal to be top pick in 2025 NBA draft. Cooper Flagg's long-awaited NBA moment finally arrived under the bright lights of draft night, and just like that, the journey from a small town in Maine to becoming the number one overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft was complete. The Dallas Mavericks officially welcomed the 6'9" Duke standout as the newest face of their franchise, adding even more electricity to an already buzzing off-season. For Flagg, the emotions were hard to put into words, but the magnitude of the moment wasn't lost on him. It feels amazing, so many emotions, Flagg told ABC News' Rhiannon Ali shortly after hearing his name. It's just so surreal to be here and going through this. Now he steps into the spotlight once again, this time on basketball's biggest stage. Before the draft, Flagg sat down for a live appearance on Good Morning America, where he opened up about the significance of his roots and support he's felt from his community. I think for me, coming from Maine, it's a huge part of who I am and what I represent, and I have the whole state behind me and I feel their support every day, he told Robin Roberts. Flagg is only the third player from Maine ever to make it to the NBA, and he's embraced the responsibility of representing the state proudly. But while his story is about breaking boundaries and defying odds, it's also about self-belief and determination. It's about just sending that message that it doesn't matter where you're from, where you grew up. As long as you believe in yourself and really work hard, you can really achieve your dreams, Flagg said. That drive and humility have been central to who Flagg is, not just as a player but as a person. And as he prepares for the whirlwind changes that come with NBA life, he says his inner circle will be key to keeping him grounded. I think having my family close with me and having a tight circle of people around me to help kind of navigate through everything is going to be really important, he said, just helping me have a smooth transition. As for Dallas, Flagg already had a taste of what his new basketball home feels like, and he liked what he saw. I was able to take a workout there earlier last week, and it was a great visit, he said. I got to see all the facilities and everything. It's an incredible organisation, so whatever happens tonight, I'm really excited. And as the final moments ticked down and his name was officially called, Flagg took a breath and let it all sink in. It's a lot of emotions running through me. This is a day I've dreamed about for a long time, he said. I'm really excited to have my family here, my friends, to be able to go through this with them is really exciting. What a proud moment it was for this youngster. Now it's time to live up to the hype, or now to the pressure, whichever one it is, and guess what? We will all be here watching. Well, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.